Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday. Yay. So last night, the last two clips are, and I kind of realized what I'm doing wrong with low light. But the very last clip, me saying goodnight, surprisingly, that was actually filmed in slow motion. I think I changed that setting at least to 120. Honestly, that wasn't too bad considering. I was kind of impressed with how well slow motion worked in pitch black. But digging around the camera settings more last night, I forget what the hell I was looking. I was looking for more of a volume control. Now that time it chimed a little louder. I did not have the auto framing frame rate switch set for 60/30. I only had it set for 30, which what that does is, like in low light, it'll switch it down to like 24 for better low light performance. So that was not turned on like it is on the blue and the gold phones from the 2000 or the 12 Pro Max. That has now been turned on. Go me. Still figuring some things out. Like I said, you know, they bury some of these settings a little deeper than I think they should. A lot of people would probably never find these. I probably should actually run through it, do a screen recording when I get a chance here on everything that I've changed over. I actually found another Apple ProRes setting. No, Apple Pro Raw setting. Sorry, it's too early. It is 5:40 in the morning. To preserve that it stays on. Remember I said yesterday it kept turning itself off? Well, I figured out why. Did do a morning time lapse in the dark, and then I did a day time lapse on the way home. So I think that's been tested. That looked pretty sharp, even though the low light settings were not proper. It still looked pretty badass. So last night, I've been talking about NR Night in America and IDK Player. Race one of one of their e-ticket events, Race Jam, pissed me off so bad at the end that they wouldn't do anything about the absolute blatant shitty chicken shit move of wrecking the leader coming to the checkered flag. I unsubscribed, unfollowed on Twitter, and shut everything off. That's how pissed off it made me. I come to watch good racing. They were doing such a good job. They put $50 on the line for these 5 races, and then it's okay for, and it's been getting stupid at the end of guys just punting guys instead of actually racing them. And I mean, I lambasted them in the chat, Twitter, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to threaten. I'm done. So no more of that, unless they clean up their act. I'm not going to give them the view and the promotion if they're not going to blatantly call out people that are just wrecking for the win. It is time to get home. Wait for my backup camera. It seems to be delayed lately. It's like I'll look down and there's a black screen. Oh, what a fun shift. But it's over with. A little more active. Well, I got to push carts for quite a while. Didn't get near as many miles because I kept getting interrupted doing it, but got it caught up. Customer host helped, so this whole manning thing is just getting out of hand. And then our bathroom started leaking. The front end bathrooms, were not sure where it was coming from, but it was definitely coming out of one of the toilets because it was nasty. And they come to look at it, rip the wall out, and they can't find the leak. It stopped doing it. No clue. I don't think you could get any worse lighting. Sun in your face. Interesting to see how, because I'm having a hard time seeing the phone right now. It's going to hook the gimbal up, but we'll give it a handheld try. Plane's so big, you got to go air ultra wide. Nice thing about having a little better lens. And be curious to see how this all turns out. They're doing a lot of work here, putting a foundation in around it and everything. In the tank, that's better. These things really do attract the bees. These are just loving these things. Was touching his back. See if it does it now that I'm screen recording. It's like when I get close to things, like the screen seems... See it? See that? What in the world? Is it the bokehs turning on and off? That is the craziest thing in the world. It is. And that's just in standard, you see it, it's in standard photo mode, but that is weird. Hello there, princess. You out for a car ride? You gonna go to the park? You gonna go to Heshbon? Yeah. What you doing over there, little man? Huh? What you doing? Oh, too close. I don't know. Let's see. Can we see your fur follicles? I'm really far away from it. Oh. I think when you have to be in the ultra wide for it to actually. Oh no, ultra wide. Can't get it right now. Film the fur on your dog. Probably see a flea. These guys don't have any. See your face. Let's see your eye. Get that out of my eye, Dad. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't go. Alright, sweetie, we're going this way, baby. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go. Come on. It's walkie here. Alright, so we're gonna go handheld to start with, and then I do have the just the gimbal. I can't get the kickstand off the damn L bracket, and in case I want to switch over to it, I have the Ring on the phone. Now tonight it is going back to its normal lens from the 0.5. Of course, I'm opening it from the quick launch on the home screen. I'm not actually unlocking the phone. That could be the difference too. So, all right, guess we're gonna pull dogs because they don't want to walk. We got to get moving because we've already wasted too much time. Got to pick up cell phone money, and then the bank, the ATM's not accepting cash. So, great. That's fantastic. Oh, it is a beautiful night, though. This sky. It's like cotton ball clouds. Tormenting my dogs. Let's see what the zoom does. 9x. 9x now. Okay, from 7 to 9. Oh, might have got a screen grab that time. I did. What? What? Completely honestly, that looked a little bit nicer from a further distance away, but some leaves are changing. They're starting to get a little yellowish. And I'm starting to see some changing. I might get some colors. And that one over there is changing quite a bit. But all the ones around it aren't. It's crazy. I'm going to pull Priya along because she's being obstinate. And I have them hooked backwards tonight. Alright, taking lots of fun photos, playing around with the different lenses. And that way when I look at them on the computer, I can see how clear they are, which I think they're going to be pretty good looking. Well, that's new. What the heck is that for? I wonder if they're putting another batting thing in, like they have over there, like a little batting cage. Yeah. Always adding something around here. But trying to get these guys moving, get her a mile in, and then we can kind of head home. Ooh, 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 ooh. I know my hand's in the screen, but there's some leaves changing. If anybody doesn't know, I love fall. That is cool. I kind of want to get out of the tree line. Just get this whole sky. Tell I went to ultra-wide? It was funny last night when I was watching the footage, it didn't dawn on me today that I was using ultra-wide at the beginning of filming here. It's like, damn, that is better. That is so cool looking. I love this sky. I love the puffy little clouds. It just looks like a bunch of cotton balls in the sky. If anybody can't tell, yes, I am happy with the upgrade for what I use it for. I can't say it's going to be for everybody. Some of the other features, cinematic mode and whatnot, I'm kind of interested in when they release the ProRes I'm interested to see, A, what frame rates you get with that, since they've taken cinematic and cut it down to 1080/30. Whether ProRes is going to have a massive cut in quality or not. But from what I understand, like I've said before, it's going to basically be 100 gigs for 10 minutes of video. And right now in 4K 60, I am running about 440 megabytes per minute, according to the little chart when you go into the camera settings, deep inside settings. So, but it's worth it to me for the quality. Come on. Okay, something I have not used in a very long time on the iPhone 12, and that would be the front-facing camera, which I don't really know what kind of improvements they made. It does feel like a really wider angle, though. It's been a long time now, so it might not really be any wider. When we do the side-by-side comparison, I'll be able to kind of test that out. But right now, the main thing I didn't like was definitely lost some, well, the bokeh's gone, obviously. This lens doesn't have that, and I constantly look at the screen to see if I'm in frame. I look at the camera lens, and you can kind of tell my eyes are off to the side a little bit. So, and do a little color test here with the tree. There's a gnat following me. There it is. Dude, someone's jelly. I think that I'm not paying attention to them. I'm filming a tree. What you doing, princess? Huh? What you doing? What you doing, happy dog? Ow! I do think, though, the front camera has actually gotten a little bit better. Of course, I always would correct the over exposure when I used it. That was one of the things I liked, but I've gotten away from really caring anymore. I don't know. The ultra wide doesn't have the bokeh either, so if I really don't want it, use that one. But kind of be curious to see whether or not this one, this is the ultra wide on the back, this one. I'm kind of curious to see what the quality looks like, if it's same, better, slightly worse on one or the other. Serious, that is like the freakiest thing to walk upon. A leaf just hanging in midair. Obviously it's on a cobweb, but you can't see that. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, there it goes. I didn't bump it, I swear. At least I don't think I did. Damn thing was like suspended in time. That was kind of, I'm walking up and going, what? I thought it was a bee hovering at first. And bee. It's a leaf. See, now we're just being pranked. Wow. With standard lens, I mean, I can actually see the cobweb this time. Wow, man, I think it's just losing focus so far away. So the ultra wide, we're almost touching it. You still got it. Ah, mosquito. That was an unintentional test, but it was very interesting to note how far away I was from that leaf. I was probably close to 6-7 inches away, and it completely defocused it. Ultra wide with the new autofocus. Okay. That was interesting, actually. One of those tests, it's like 1 in a million that you're ever going to get to see, but it was interesting to me. Well, I suppose I can just do that, screen grab it, so you can go above the fence. There you go. It's just really pretty. I almost guarantee if you go back to last year when the phone came out, a very similar shot in this exact same area was taken. Totally unintentional. But that's actually one of the shots I kind of like doing anyway. This area right here, it's wide open, and it's gorgeous. You get to see both sides of everything and all the way around from, if you're far enough back. Right now I got a tree in my way. But I'm going to name him the first full tree to switch over for fall. That I'm seeing. I'm sure there's more. It's actually surprising. It looks very dark on here. I'm trying to get around to the lighter side, get some of the colors, but even last night it still showed pretty decent. I'm in ultra wide because I'm literally standing underneath the damn thing. Yeah, see, this side's a little bit green yet. And crash. Well, that's interesting. Cinematic mode is not available on the Apple Watch. I feel like I got something on my lens. I did. Thought I saw something there the whole time. Okay, puppies, who has the keys? Alright, just a quick 1 mile walk. I walked enough in the parking lot at work today. And like I said, I kind of got here a little later than I planned on. I was going to go to Heshbon, but I just like it over here better. Alright, just for fun. Front-facing camera in the car. See, what I used to always do is tap like the outer edge to kind of get the... See, I'm looking at the damn screen. That's why I don't like using the front-facing camera. What you doing, princess? But I can see when she's back here making faces at me, because she was doing that last night. You pretty girl. You pretty girl, you go for a ride with daddy? Talking to the screen of my dog. Okay. I'm losing my mind. Okay, so cinematic view is also available on the front-facing camera, which a lot of people didn't realize. Switched it. Priya. She moved. But there you go. There's a good idea of it with using the dog. Unfortunately, it didn't work. Now, I should be able to change it in post when I tapped it. So if it does clear her up, you'll know that I fixed it. If it doesn't, then I didn't bother. Okay, now she's cleared up and I'm blurry. And then I'm cleared up. And then she... Whoop. Yep. Kind of working. I think though, okay, so I was talking about the blur effect not being on the front camera, but with cinematic view, technically it is now. I might go back to using it a little bit more, except it's catching my hand. Hi, Priya. It's switching by itself. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. You don't always want it switching to another subject in the car, maybe. Alright, so we got a nice salad. Okay, so so much for rice, but we're gonna mash potatoes over soup. Or soup over mashed potatoes, I should say. Alright, one more test the low light now that I got the settings right. And I think I just saw it switch over to 30 because the screen brightened up. Oh, what a fun day. Alrighty. These guys out for one last walk and then we're gonna call it a night. Hey guys, well thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Some more testing with 13 Pro Max. And I will see you tomorrow as always. One more opening shift and then Monday night we work. So I'm tired. I'm gonna try to import and maybe take a nap while it's rendering. Alright guys, see you in the morning. Good night. Hey.